everybody, welcome back to Fumi's Golden Globes Red Carpet Fashion Police. Yes, darlings, there was very little red. Well, one or two, we'll get to that further down. But everybody showed up in black. It was in support of the Time's Up movement, myself included. A great act of solidarity. But as we all know, a red carpet is not a red carpet without the red carpet review. And since I'm the only one standing these days doing Fashion Police, yes, darlings, unfortunately, the original show that Joan Rivers created is no longer. It has been cancelled. So you know what, guys? You have me. That's not such a bad thing, is it? So we are going to freestyle this. I just have my girls and I'm going to run through them. Those that I like, those that had little tweaks here and there. Without any further ado, let us get into it. First up, Viola Davis and Brandon Maxwell. Before I even get into the outfit, Viola never ever wear anything but an afro ever again. You looked sensational. As a matter of fact, when you came walking through, I was like, who is the new Chikakas? I did not recognize you. I did not recognize you. You looked fabulous. Everything about it, the makeup, the hair, the dress, the pearls, you were giving me queen. Beautiful. Oprah Winfrey. Congratulations, I saw a waistline. You looked beautiful, my love, in this gorgeous, and it is so on trend, this gorgeous velvet. You looked rich. I loved the glasses. I loved the hair. This is the best I've seen you in a while. And Oprah was wearing Atelier Versace. Let me stop for 1 minute because I'm going to give Oprah her moment. Of course, I've heard that she might be running for president. With what we have, of course, she's a better option. She's a better choice. I was so very touched by her speech. It moved me, and she is on the pulse of what is happening right now. This is what it is all about. The truth will always set you free, and our truth is forever an inspiration for others. She is the first Black woman ever to be awarded the Cecil B. Award. Like she said, she sat in her sitting room when she was watching Sidney Poitier receive the award so many years ago. So for her to stand there, she absolutely acknowledged that there will be other women, young girls, that will be looking up to her. We look up to you, Oprah. You are everything, and you looked absolutely sensational. Then we had the E-host, Zuri host in BRONX and BANCO. Gorgeous. You saw the sheerness of it all. I love the little pixie haircut. I love the blue. I'm wearing blue too. I love the see-through. I love the sheer. She gave me pretty. Loved it. Diane Kruger gave me 70s vibes in Prada. Love the detail. Love the crisscross. Again, sheer with a little bit of embellishment on the sides. Hair swept back, minimal makeup with gorgeous earrings. I adored it. I thought it was so regal. That is what she gave me. Angelina Jolie in Atelier Versace. I loved the dress. I loved the on-trend feathers. I just felt that it was a little bit too aging. I don't know whether it's the hair. I don't know whether it's the dress, the combo. I don't know. Or because it was a sober event, perhaps she wanted to reflect that. I just felt that she's so much younger than the entire combo. But it was beautiful. It was regal. Had I seen this on Faye Dunaway, had I seen this on the late Elizabeth Taylor, on Joan Collins, it would have been perfect. I don't know. That was what I felt. Perhaps she should have given me a little bit of shoulder. I don't know. But I felt that it was a little bit too aging. Other than that, I love the wing eyelash. She gave it to the god. She looked great. She looked great. I just felt it was a teeny weeny eeny bitty aging. Then we have Kerry Washington in Prabal Gurung. Loved the dress. I loved how it cinched in at the waist and it just spilled out and it showed leg and it was like a sharp strapless. I loved the hair. I think this is the best hair that I've seen her in a while. I just didn't care for the boots. Other than that, gorge. Kendall Jenner and Giambattista VALLI looked like a doll. She's a pretty girl. She's got legs that go on forever. She looked absolutely gorgeous. I love the blonde hairstyle that she has with the center part in the middle. It's very on trend right now. She just looked effortless. Minimal makeup, strapless bodies right underneath the bust, and it just buffoned out to show leg. The heels were everything. I don't know what shoes she was wearing, but it looked absolutely fabulous. Yes, darling, you look good. Tracee Ellis Ross in Marc Jacobs. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I feel that it was a little bit overwhelming. I don't know whether it was the turban or it was the bow. I have talked about this so many times in various red carpet events. You have to have the neck because we want it to balance out. Had this bow been thrown in the back and let loose, I would have loved it even more on her. Other than that, sensational. The red lip was everything. She could have gone with a smoky eye. It wouldn't have been overwhelming. If she had pulled the turban a little bit back and centered it a little bit in the middle, this would have been gorgeous because then we would have been able to see her face. Again, she gave me queen. I will call her Nefertiti. She did good. It's the little tweaks here and there. In my eye, we have the comment section down below for you guys to give me your feedback. That was what I was feeling, but it was good. And this was a different aesthetic for Marc Jacobs. I see this with Prada. This is new for me for Marc. And on Tracee, it was gorgeous. I just wanted to see her more. I want her to wear the dress. I don't want the outfit to wear her. Then my baby, Issa Rae, glamorous, gorgeous, and she also was wearing Prabal. Love the leg. She's tall. She can go with that deep V because she got a smaller bust. But do you see what I'm saying? Girlfriend gave me face. It was like she had a windmill in front of her and she was like, I want skin, I want glow, I want the dress to look fabulous, but I am wearing it. And she gave me a little bit of heel with the sandal. She gave me a smoky eye. Gorge, skin, beautiful. This girl can do no wrong in my eyes. I love her. Good. Catherine Zeta-Jones has come to life. Loved this on her. Again, because it was all black, the ladies were creative, their stylists were even more so, and they gave us sheer like I'm wearing today too. Give me something. It doesn't have to be all black like we're in mourning. We are rebelling. There's a difference. And I love the sheer panel. Gorgeous legs, darling. Deep V. She's got the bust. Love the hair that it was swept back so you can see the face, you can see the neck. You have to remember, guys, despite everything that you might think, which is, of course, it's a fashion parade, it is also a fashion parade for these girls to let the producers, to let the casting agents know that they are pumping with youthful, vibrant blood and they can do any part. This was what Zita was giving me. I loved the sheerness. I loved the flower detail. I loved the leg. I loved that it was cinched in at the waist. She looked good. She looked good. I adored it. Zoe Kravitz. Whenever you think that you don't know what you're doing because you're overwhelmed with the stylists and whatever they are giving you, a simple dress, strapless dress, no frills, no bells, no whistles, it will work every time. That is why it's a classic. We have the beautiful Zoe Kravitz in Yves Saint Laurent, and you know how much I feel about Yves Saint Laurent because I've just left Morocco. This was gorgeous with a little pixie haircut and the beautiful emerald earrings. As far as I'm concerned, emerald just means go. Gorgeous. The simplicity of the dress. That was it. Beautiful with a splash of red lip. Halle Berry, hello my lovey. Halle Berry in Zuhair Murad. She can get away with it. She's got that pixie little body and she opted for a shorter length dress, long sleeved. Again, that kind of mesh sheer detail with all of the lace. I adored it. I thought she looked good. She was covered in all of the right places. Again, the deep V, you can get away with that deep V when you have that smaller bust, and she had that little fringe, whimsical split in the middle. Very simple. I showed up. I am in support and I look pretty. You have to remember, she's 51. She looks 25. Adored. Claire Foy wore a suit by Stella McCartney. Very sober, very serious, very sexy. She was just giving me this 1940s vibes. The simplicity of it was the fact that she didn't wear any jewelry. Her accessory was the red lipstick. Her hair was parted and just swept to the side. It is in direct contrast to the character that she plays in The Crown because she's the queen. So to see her in this beautiful structured suit was powerful. Mariah Carey in Dolce & Gabbana. Give me Marilyn Monroe, only that the dress was black. She looks like she's lost a little bit of weight. She looked fantastic. I loved the hair. I loved that kind of Veronica Lake hair with the curls cascading to the side, almost hiding one eye. I love the diamonds. Very true to Mariah Carey. She looked happy. She looked there to support. I loved the fishtail. She looked good. I liked it. Then we have Mary J. Blige in Alberta Ferretti. I love the dress. She looks fantastic. I wish, or I would like to see her in black hair. I think I would like to see her in a different color. She loves this blonde, this gold. I would love to see her in something else. I would just love to see her, maybe highlights around the face, because maybe, you know, let's take baby steps here with Mary because she's had this hair forever, the color I mean, but let us see whether she can do something else. I saw the dress, gorgeous dress. I just always see this colored hair and I want to see her with something else. Kate Hudson and Valentino, again sheer, again the deep V with the pixie cut, loved it with the little shorts, sheer leg. Do you see a trend here? There was so much sheer where it was like, you know what, I'm supporting, but I'm gonna bring a little sexy, I'm gonna bring a little sultriness, I'm gonna bring a little bit of woman, and she did that. Adored. Susan Kelechi Watson in Montsuri, glittery disco Studio 54 jumpsuit. I loved the hair. I loved everything about it. Again, the deep V. I loved her T-zone sandals, high heel sandals. The hair is everything. I think I'm going to try this look too. Congratulations, Eva Longoria. She's expecting a baby and she was in Jenny Official looking very fabulous. It gave me the vibes of a long tuxedo dress. She had a blunt hairstyle, parted, makeup, diamonds, deep V again to show the girls. Lovely sandals, beautiful manicure, simple, gorgeous. She's glowing. I'm so very happy for you. Congratulations, Eva. Adored. Elizabeth Moss in Custom Dior. We said come in black. We did not say that you should come in mourning. It was so... It was just not fair. It was just not fair. It was just... You know what? They should have taken off the collar. Taken off the collar and scraped her hair back, given her diamonds. Given her higher heels, I would have liked this dress. And last but not least is Nicole Kidman, looking sensational in Givenchy. Loved it, gorgeous, simple at the same time, very elegant. I love the sheer detail. I love the fact that it's cinched in at the waist. I love the sheer detail. It was almost like she had all of the embellishments over the top of the dress, past the waist, and it spilled out on the sides of the dress. The detail in the back was phenomenal. Nicole is very pale. Sometimes the black can be a little bit too harsh. I think she has found a balance now where you just have the embellishments and the lace close to her face so that it's not too harsh. I thought she looked beautiful. And that is it, my loves. So I'm going to give you the best dress and the worst dress. Let us start with the worst dress. The worst dress was Blanca Blanco. I tell you why. It wasn't that she was wearing red. It was, for me, the style of the dress. If it was your sister, if it was you, if it was your mother, your daughter, that had been violated by Harvey Weinstein, would you have worn this dress? I just really want to ask that question. This was so insensitive for everything that this event stood for. You had a slash right across from your shoulder down to your waist, so we could see the bust. Then you had a slash from the ground up to your hip bone. Let's go with fashion rules first. If you're going to show the top, the bottom is covered. If you're going to show the legs, then the top is covered. So this was a fashion faux pas because you showed the top as well as the bottom. Like I said, this was so inappropriate. It wasn't the color because red is a sign of strength. Had you come with a much more subdued dress, then I would have said, okay. But this was a smack in the face for everybody, especially from the last quarter of last year, with everything going on, that you would wear this dress. I felt that you wore this dress for publicity. This was the moment for you that you would be talked about. And in Hollywood, I know this. It doesn't matter what they say about you. Any press is good press. But this was in bad taste. It was insensitive. And if it had happened to you, I don't think you would have worn this type of dress. I repeat, it was not the color. The color is bad enough because everybody knew that you should show up in black. Remember my other episode that I talked about the Harvey Weinstein saga, and I'm going to put the link down below. I talked about what he did, but I also talked about those women that did sleep with him willingly have not come out and made it hard for the others. I say no more. That you could not, Blanca, you could not find it in yourself, this one event, to show up in solidarity for what has been happening to these other women blows my mind. It wasn't about you. It was about us. It was about us standing together as one because there's power in numbers. When you become a weakest link, you weaken the whole tribe. This is why we don't get as far as we want to, as fast as we want to. Because there are going to be girls like Blanca who will say, I support, but I'm still going to do me. Best dressed. Oh. VIOLA. Amazing and beyond. I did not recognize her. She looked sensational. The afro was everything. You looked so beautiful. And I love the dress on you. I love the collarbone. I love those arms on you. Sensational, my love. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't do the men this year because we all know that it was about the women. And before I go, I want to touch on another subject. I was absolutely surprised, and disappointedly so, that nobody mentioned Rose McGowan, not even a whisper. There are going to be documentaries, there are going to be films about the Harvey Weinstein saga, about the change that we now have, the movement of the Me Too saga, of the Time's Up saga. Oprah gave us a sensational speech, and she talked about how Rosa Parks refused to get up from her seat. Rosa Parks changed it for everybody. Rose McGowan is the one that was brave here. I'm not talking about the other women who came up and spoke after the fact. I give kudos to them. But Rose McGowan saw no future, and she went full steam ahead. She could never have imagined the success of her determination and her plight to seek justice. She did it alone. She was blacklisted in Hollywood. She still went full steam ahead. There is no way in any storybook documentary that you are going to talk about the Weinstein saga and not mention Rose McGowan. She was one of the first. She was the one that was brave, because she did this and she had no inclination of where it was going to go. She was just fighting for justice. She was one of the first. I don't know if she was the first, but I know she was one of the first. I know she was one of the most vocal. I remember reading where she said, "Women of Hollywood, your silence is deafening. You guys are not going to speak up?" And I kept on wondering at that time, what was she talking about? I didn't know the avalanche that was going to come after. She wasn't at the event and nobody talked about her. I just felt that she should have been mentioned. She should have been talked about. She should be celebrated amongst all other women. Don't get me wrong. but she has been the most angry, she has been the most vocal, and she has been the most steadfast that I have seen in the press. And so I give her this moment on my channel. I celebrate her. Thank you, Rose, for what you did. It was not easy, and you are brave. Until next time, my loves, I hope you enjoyed the episode. This is award season, so I will be here, sending you all of my love. Time's up. It sure is.